about your camera rig, and can you start with advice for people like me who just have their phone, right? Or like maybe a tripod. So give us some advice on that, and then talk about your rig and what the capabilities are. And yeah, share your journey with that.
Okay, number one advice, do not use autofocus. Please, 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 please. How many videos have we seen on YouTube where the focus is going in and out and it's like, oh man, they captured something terrific, but it's totally out of focus and totally ruined. It comes into focus for a second and then it's gone. With a camera on your phone, the best way to deal with this, wherever you are, maybe there's a bright street light off in the distance, even the moon or a star. Okay, go on your phone. If it's an iPhone, press and hold the screen. It locks the focus. If you can remember that one thing from tonight, I will have accomplished my purpose here. It drives me crazy so much seeing all these videos that the person got something special. It was ruined by the camera. So, you know, with your camera phone, with your phone camera, press and hold and lock the autofocus, auto exposure. Now you can move around and it's going to be focused at infinity for the rest of the time you have your screen open. And if there's a ship going across the sky or a craft, you're going to get it in detail. So that's a big one. If you have more of a regular camcorder, please, please, please switch it off of autofocus. Okay, just remember those words. Take it off autofocus, put it on manual, and then again, do the same thing. Just zoom in, or whatever, but just move your focus until the moon is in focus or until the stars go very small so they're in focus. When they're out of focus, they go big, right? And a lot of videos you see where you see this big thing shimmering as a big ball of plasma, it's a out of focus star. That's all it is, unfortunately. So that's my advice for anybody with a camera is please put it on manual focus, or if with a camera phone, hold the screen until it appears the words focus is locked. Okay, and then leave it open and take your pictures. Now, getting into the rig, we call this the WMD, Weapon of Mass Detection. So what we do is, you know, there's different cameras, and depending on the expedition, I'll either go with the full rack of cameras or, you know, a smaller rack. Here's some of the cameras. The big one in the middle that you see right about here, that one is a $50,000 thermal camera, zoom. It's black and white thermal. And it's through that camera that we saw an actual craft on the balcony of the Paradigm Conference in Australia with Damien Knott. Okay, we'd had the whole camera set up for fun. He had never seen a thermal before. I had it set up looking out into the sky over the downtown area, over the buildings. I didn't see anything. And I handed it to him. I said, you look. As soon as he put his eyes in there, he said, I think I got something. I thought he was putting us on. I look and there's an actual craft, disc-shaped with a dome on top, slowly moving across the sky. Now, we had Kelly with us and others, and it was not captured in any of the visible or full spectrum equipment. It was only in the thermal. It wasn't even captured in the infrared camera. Okay, it was only the thermal. You know, infrared is like near infrared is just off of visible. Thermal goes further into the infrared band and it's more heat versus light. And so we captured it. I believed I was recording it at the time. And then we went to play it back and it was all snow. The audio was captured, but the video was all snow. So, you know, is that a case of the ETs, you know, where they gave us another cosmic carrot? It's like, we'll let you see it. Everybody can have the experience, but we're not going to let you get it on video. So, and Mark captured all of this happening as the, you know, film producer, sort of behind the scenes and all of that. But the video was all snow. So now when you look at the cameras, we've got the thermal, that's the main one in the middle, and that's zoom. I also have color thermal, which is more wide angle, and it's more for a spotter scope. And then I have visible telephoto, so it can zoom right up and, look in the windows of a craft if it had to. I've got zoom full spectrum cameras. So the filter's been taken out, so there's no filter. So it's the actual sensor of the camera picking up everything that's coming into the lens. Normally a camera has a filter, which basically filters everything but visible light out. It filters out the infrared, it filters out the UV and anything further, so that you're only getting the same thing as what our eyes see, visible light. So this camera is a full spectrum zoom camera. So it will capture anything that could be in the ultraviolet, through visible, through into the infrared range. And then I have, what else do I have? I've got a full spectrum wide angle camera. And the full spectrum wide angle camera is for just panning around and seeing if something should pop up. So some of the other cameras on the WMD are the green night vision. And I have zoom, like, telescopic, traditional green night vision. It's your near infrared. That's when you see green videos of nighttime, that's what that is. It's the night vision, and it's right next to visible, but not as far as the heat spectrum goes, like, thermal. And then I also have a wide angle infrared, the green infrared as well. There's also, I've got a meter on there that measures your temperature and dew point, because, when you're out with all the camera equipment, if the temperature drops below the dew point or comes to the dew point, you'll get dew all over your lenses. And then everything you photograph is going to be all hazy and kind of blurry. So that's why we try to go to more desert locations where the dew point is very low. It's so dry that you'll never get moisture on your lenses. But I also have, in cases where the dew point is high and we're likely to get dew on the lens at night, I've got lens heaters. So they're just little wraps with a cable you can plug into rechargeable batteries, and it warms up the lens, the body of the lens. It goes around, and it keeps the lens warm enough that you won't get dew. I don't know if there's anything I've missed, but those are the cameras that I've got.